Hello. Hola. How are you all? It's a week that we have not met, but it looks like we haven't met for long. Hi, Jan. That's nice. I hope you enjoyed, Jan, the session. And it's first time for me too also this month. It's my first session for this month, Jan. So hope you all are doing good. We just wait for a couple of minutes. If someone can give me a thumbs up that they're able to hear me. And it's first time for me too. Just waiting for a few minutes for people to join in. We'll just take another couple of minutes. 8:05 we will start our session. So we just didn't meet 1 week, sorry. Looks like not met for some time. We just didn't meet 1 week, sorry. Hello. So we just wait for another 1 minute. I think we will start the session. So before we introduce our tool which we will use for the session, let's take a couple of minutes to relax ourselves and get our thoughts okay. So let's take our conscious deep breath. Let's take a normal deep breath and let's take a normal deep breath. Just compose ourselves. let's take a count of 6 deep breaths. And as I say, take a deep breath, nice deep breath, and release it out. And again we will take a 6 count of, and then towards the end of the 6 count, let's take a gratitude from our heart and mind, whomever you want to thank at this particular hour. Let's say a thanks you and a gratitude from our end. It could be for yourself, could be anyone else. So we do this so that we are kind of relaxed and we can start a nice session and we have our thoughts away from us. So let's take nice deep breath. So take a nice deep breath and slowly release it out. And take another nice deep breath and slowly release it out. Take another nice deep breath, enjoying the moment, and slowly exhale it out. This time take a nice deep breath, enjoying and taking in nice good memories, thoughts inside yourself, and release slowly whatever you don't want, all thoughts, anything you want to be away, just releasing out while you exhale. Same way, let's do another 2 like that. Another nice deep breath and exhale it out. Another nice breath and exhale it out. Thank you. So let's start the new session of the month. So this is something which is to tell you that this is my copyright, which is telling me that I'm authorized Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I'm authorized from the Zentangle Zentangle, sorry, it's that sometimes that's why I say that we take a nice deep breath, and then there was another thought came in, which is kind of gave me a interruption out here, sorry. So this is tell me that I'm authorized to take Zentangle classes, paid free classes, being taught from the creator of this art from Maya and Rick, the teaching methodology, and Zentangle being their copyright and trademark art form. We've been taught how to spread this art form. This is more than an art form. It is just not just drawing, it's beyond drawing, which you will get to know. So let's start the session. So this is, and any use of this session which I am doing is only for you to know yours, to create at your end or spread the happiness, but no commercial use or no other further teaching unless you're certified Zentangle teacher. And please do create and share, and let me be a little happy. So that's what it says. The tool what we're going to use, so we're going to be little comfort, because beginning of the month, so we've been a year, we've been most of the people have been tangling with me, so gratitude to them. So we're going to breathe in your comfort with me, the way I teach, and I'm also comfort with the way you all join me and spread the happiness with me, and let's enjoy. So the tools what I'm going to use is this Zentangle tile, which is a 3.5 inch from the Zentangle. It's a branded. It's got a nice texture and it's very good for both for watercolor and sketching. And we'll be using tools. I may switch over the pen, but primarily we use Sakura Micron pens. So this is a Sakura Micron pen. I'm going to use a PN. It's a pen, plastic nib pen, and this is a Zentangle graphite pencil and a Tortillon or a stub which you could use, or a earbud. These two are used to give a magical touch to your art form when you're creating it. So yeah, that's what we're good with it. And if you don't have any of these tools, be good to say that you can use any of your whatever you have at your end, paper, pen, a good art paper, or a good a pen which doesn't bleed is enough, because at this particular moment the thing what we've been going for the last 1 year, and it still continues to be there. So we just want you to enjoy this 1 hour just creating the art piece, and that's where it is. The reason why we recommend Sakura pen is that I just had been sharing it couple of classes, so I'm just sharing it again, that this is being done with a different kind of a pen which was not Sakura, and this is done sometime in 2019. And if you could see the kind of it work is kind of a really faded and everything. So it's only 2 years, and if you could see the work which is really kind of a faded. So that's where we're talking about Zentangle related work created by the Sakura pens are really archivable and they're really good, right? So we're going to work with two patterns today. We're going to work with the pattern called Cruise, and we're going to work with a pattern called Henna Dram, and both have been created by a certified Zentangle teacher. The Cruise has been created by Karen Mears, and the Henna Dram has been created by Jane McTugler. So this cruise was actually inspired by her when she was trying to see pool deck. That's the story behind it. Every tangle has a story behind it mostly. So it could be a line of 4. Okay, you could draw a short length. Okay, we're just going to do. I'm just going to zoom a little, and then I may zoom out. Hope I remember to zoom out. So this is going to be 4 lines. We're just going to draw 4 lines, not on the straight line. We're going to just go down like a ladder down. So you're going to climb the steps down. So the end of the 4th, so 3 and then the 4th. So you're going to climb down these 4th. So it's going to be like a steps which you're going down. So you can go in this order, or you can do okay, let me do it a little bigger. You can do it in this way also. It may not be in the same way, it can be different directions, and you can do it, so that will give you a different result. But we're going to work on this, so which is going to be a little because that's what I have looked at and designed it. So we will go with the straight one, right? So now what happens from here, this edge to this edge, we draw a line, a curved line, which is what we're going to draw from this end to this end, and we're going to draw another 4. We are not going to draw a line out here or draw a line out here. So we're just going to do this. So this is from here, right? So we're going to draw again. From this is going to be, you have to keep everything is on this first. For the second one, when you're doing the third, the first one would be yours. So when you're doing your 5th, your 3rd will be yours. So alternate ones will be your reference point. So we're going to keep this as your point, and we're going to draw a line out here. So this is what we're going to do it, right? So now we are on the 4th, so it is going to be your 2nd is going to be your reference point to draw it out here. So right now you need to do the same thing out here. I felt more comfortable when I did it the other way around, so I'm just going to turn my book. That's why we love using the tile, because it helps us to right. So again we are going to use, so if you look at this, this is going to be mine. So we're going to use, this is going to be this. For this we're going to go to a reference of I think I'm more comfortable now doing this way. Sorry, I feel more comfortable doing this. So it goes here, so this way it goes. So same way this goes, and you have this happening out here. Now this is going to be my fourth, so this is going to be my reference point, right? Now this one, what we will do is we will take it to the right side and we will turn it up. You could use your line as your reference to draw the curved line, that is also good, or you can just draw it, that's fine. So you get a result something like this. So can you see this? I think I have this auto focus of problem on my mobile. I'm still not able to find a solution, so it takes a minute to get it clear. Yeah, now it would be clear. So you get something like this. So you keep doing it alternate way, right? So then what we're going to use is the other one, is the pattern is the henna drum, so which is very nice. So we're just going to use I'm just going to draw henna drum. It's just so I'm just going to draw a line. Now you could do it a curved line, or you can do it anyway, but I'm just using as a straight line for easier demonstration, right? And what I found more easy was drawing lines, a little short, long ones, just at random. And just at random drawing these lines, that made it more comfortable for me. And I draw curved, just not uniform. That gives a nice natural look. Now this is also going to be there, so I'm just going to make it. So I just made it like this. So, and then what we do, we just draw strokes to give those. When you're drawing these, right, when you're drawing these, what you can do is you can just draw another small orbs to make it little decorative and embellished kind of a stuff, and then you could draw the lines like this. So it's like just small strokes of lines, and because we know petals are not of the uniform size, so that makes us added value for us. And then we just, you want to give a gap between this, you want to give a gap, you can give a gap, or you don't want to give a gap, you can, or you want to just do this as just ink it up, that's also is fine, good enough. So just giving a little difference to it, right? So we will use these two patterns and create it. Right? So is this clear, or you want me to demonstrate this one again? Or shall we go straight to our, do you want to go straight to our creating our tie? So let's do that. I don't think anyone has a query, so let's go on that part. So just going to take it our time, right? what I would do is I would try doing the first. So as we will start, we will do our standard practice of putting the 4 dots. Okay, let me zoom out now. Enough of zoom in. So we're going to put 4 dots on the corner. These lines can be straight or not straight when you're joining it as a border. That's good, fine. Right, so just so if you see the borders are very light, what we're doing it now, what I'm going to use my pencil. I'm going to a little further down because I need space. So I'm going to draw those 4 strokes. And then we will ink it up again. So this, I'm going to use this central pattern which I'm using as my string. I'm going to use this as my string out here. String is something which we use to. So they're a little far off, that's okay. Not being uniform is also fine. So I'm just going to stop with this. Right? And I'm going to join. I'm just going to do first to make it more comfortable. Just going to draw this. And I'm going to demonstrate something out here when I'm doing this, is that the philosophy of Zentangle, which is the no mistake. So as I do it, if there is something which I need to correct it, I would be correcting that. So I will start from here. So I started from the top, then doing it from down. So that works. That's a trick it works on. Right? So we're just going to use this. You could move it a little further down or no problem. You can do with the work. What I'm going to do is completely in black and white. If you want, you could do it in color. I will show you the work which I have done before this with using a little color, because it's spring and we have flowers blooming in. So I have done the flowers, henna drum flowers, in color. So once we've done with our tile, I will just demonstrate that, or I should show, because if you want to use that as an inspiration, you could use it. So this is what we would be creating end of the sessions today. There can be something new, surprises coming in. So this kind of a color is also what I've done on that. Right? So what I'm going to do is I used, if you see that, the 4 strokes of pencils is like those Roman letter 1, just the number. I've just drawn that. Right? And I'm just going to use that as my reference. And I'm just inking up. It need not be on the straight line, that's fine. Giving that. So then I'm going in. I'm going to draw the, right, the same way. What I'm going to do is, here it's going to from here, right? If you want to do it a little closer, it's also is fine. You can do the last and then try to place it up. That's another trick, which is what I'm trying to show, that we do the second one, and then what we do is do the last one and then do the second one, so you kind of place it up. So it's kind of placed out here. Right? So we're going to do, so what we did was we put the 4 lines and then we do the outer string of that makes us reference and to follow it up, because in Zentangle we follow no mistake. So this helps us to be, it's kind of guiding us out here. Right? So we're going to do the second, I'm going to do the 4th, and then we're going to do it here again. I'm going to go back and ink everything so it's easier, right? So I'm going to second one, I'm going to do the fourth one, and then doing the third one. Right? So I was just looking for if there's any question, if I messed it out. So if there is a question, do tell me. Uh, I still don't have a solution for my autofocus, which I'm still struggling on. Someone knows, so that's why it becomes blurred in between, and then it becomes proper. It looks very thin, but when you shade it, that's when it gets still fit. Right? So we're just going to do it here. We're going to pull it out here. Okay. We're just closing it out here. Right. I'm going to close it out here by moving it. This, I think I'll move it here to this direction. This gives you kind of a beaded kind of a look. So we kind of ended up on either on the edges on this side. So this kind of gives you a kind of a beaded look. What I'm going to do is do a little. The one what I did in my earlier, I did a small between these gaps because then the flowers became. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bigger one. I'm not going to do between two centers or something like that. I'm just do henna drum now here. So I want a little bigger flowers out here. And if you see my string with my border, which I did, that's the difference. I can go out of it. So you just pull it up the strokes. And that's it. So we're going to do another one here. Right? Now what I'm going to do is this is going to look like it is hidden behind the other. And this is like on top of it. So it's like small one. Now I'm going to try doing a bigger one out here. So it can just, the placement is at random. You want to do different way of the petal, that's fine. You can see that I'm just bringing it a little closer and showing it us. The name of the pattern is called, cruise, and this pattern is called henna drum. What we're doing at the center is called cruise, and what is being done on the edges is called the henna drum. Now I'm going to leave this space and I will come back and see what I want to fill it out here. I'm going to do a henna drum out here. Just that when I did this, the thought came in, I can just give a little curve or a little kind of thing on the edges that will give a different look also. If you have things to do it, you can do that. Just to on the edge of each of those. They kind of give you a little different look. So I'm just going to do it here to see it before I draw the strings. So that kind of gives you a different right. And we have space here, so I'm just going to use it this way, and this may be a little smaller hennagram. So this is on top, and that's what you'll end up bringing it up when we're doing shading. Center one you draw is where it makes. So if you make two small flowers, you make it a little bigger, you will get a bigger flowers. So if you see the strokes of those lines what I draw, they are not of the same length. Right. So we go with another one out here. You can give your touch to it by doing some creativity which it comes to you. So it's all welcome. That's what we would love to. Last month we did a themed one, and it was the same string across the 4 classes, and end of the 4 classes we had a kind of mosaic one, which is like a puzzle which you could interchange and do. And in the center I was suggesting we could use something else, and when you, that's what I have shown it on my feed, you could see that I have created different tiles and I kept it in the center, and that kind of formed as a framework. The woven is called Cruzet. I just put it out here. The name is Cruz. You must be wondering, I'm not using the Zentangle tag. Classes we do and sessions we, and getting it from the US, it becomes very challenging for us to on the. So we try to keep those for our students and for session ones. So we have these local tiles which we do it, we get it, which is available with most of the Zentangle certified teachers who sell it. So if you're in India and you want it, you can reach out. So you can draw those stems also a little longer. While I don't have, maybe we can try doing it one more out here just to demonstrate it. I'm going to do it here. just one, keeping it from the back. I will assume that the line is here. So you can draw a peg also. So it's got to do with how you draw your center line, which is, and maybe that I did this, now it'll look odd, so let me do it one more here. Right. So if you want, you can want to cover it up a little more. You want to do it, you could do it, or you could just leave it with these. I'm kind of looking at what more we could add up here. Maybe I will do one more here. See, again, borderline, I am extending. Want to stick to it, you could stick to it. You don't want to stick to it, is also good. So that's just a line for us to give our comfort and a reference. That's why we use that in our pens. So we will have this space is also here. So we will try doing it another one out here. Thanks, Meenakshi. Right, just kind of. So if you want to do a little more, you want to cover it up, you want to do it, you do it. But I'm not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to admire the famous. Most of our work we have rescues which end up coming in. So I'm going to use those to fill it up. I'm going to put at random spaces. Right, and right, and just going to set that behind, right, and then a famous we have mukas. These are called mukas, so they also end up coming. So these kind of things just get added up to give. You can use muka anywhere. Fill it can be anywhere it can be. Believe it or not, when I started it, my mukas were to be. I focused on those mukas in it. If I show you those mukas which I've drawn earlier, it is the muka and rescues are from the Zentangle headquarters. They have been created by from the Zentangle family. We call it as headquarters, Zentangle headquarters patterns. So that's it. I'm not going to do much anything more. So now we're just going to do shade. I'm just going to use some graphite. And see those spaces, what we said, those spaces will get eaten up by our, when you're going to do our shading. So we're going to use our, I'm just going to put it out. And wherever I have it, I'm just going to pull it up. So this, where you felt that the lines were there, I just put the graphite very little. So now I'm going back here, and I'm just going to put the graphite here. So that gives you that, the center, it will be little. You see when the shading happens, it kind of becomes different. You just spread it out, people. Share it with your friends. Ask them to follow my Instagram mail. That would be really nice. And the way you enjoy, get them to also to enjoy. So we usually do graphites out here. So all these joints where we have, I'm just going to put little graphites. That's very sweet of you to ask me. That's what gives us a little happiness. So getting more people to do it and enjoy in this particular period, that really. So if you can see it kind of getting you that beaded look, right? So now we're going to do the same up here. I think I put the graph. This is what happens when you're talking and doing. So because Zentangle is something which brings in a lot of conversation. So when you kind of, it kind of give you that nice beaded look. Switching off my light so that I can get to, I'm shading it. I don't like the light because it kind of mess, guys, because it's the graphite kind of what do you call reflects, and it kind of misguides you sometimes. So it's like reflection comes in and it becomes very difficult. So when I'm doing a shading, I try removing the, so I'm using whatever graphite I have on my thing, where even if I'm not put it, I'm just going to put it in there. So can you see that beaded look which comes from the center? Right? And if you have a little more heavier pen or something, you could do that. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do the edges of all these flowers, petals, just these edges, and this in the center. That's all is what I'm going to use now. I'm going to use a little this is what the Tortillon helps us, because it's a little thinner and helps in spreading. See, the flowers also look pretty now. So I'm going to do for all the flowers now, all the way around. So now you will see me just putting graphite for every flower. I just put very little graphite. You can put a lot of graphites and make it a little darker using a darker more pencil, but we use a 2B, and some of my works I do use a little more darker graphites. Right? So I'm just going to go all over this place. You could follow a rhythmic way of, and so that you don't miss out any petals or something. I'm just doing it. Just at the random. corner, nothing much, no much of pressure, very light pressure from your pencil which you need to. Now that I've done it, I'm just going to move over each of these flowers, and I'm just going to pull it out in a circular motion, very soothingly, very slowly. Just enjoy the moment. Just keep enjoying the moment. So I'm going to look at if someone has asked some questions. So you don't have any queries, so good. So I go back to get the flowers getting on the graphite. So if you're interested to take some paid classes, both the beginners, which tells you the more depth of the Zentangle art form and techniques, you can message me and we could plan one. Or you want to take any of my advanced Zentangle classes, you can. So today I'll be posting some of the few advanced classes which I have, not which is getting scheduled or anything, but which is can be chosen. You can choose to do it, and some which is going to come with few dates, fixed dates. So if people works, so on my muka also I'm just putting graphite on the edges, just on the edges. And if you see, I felt this is little more left out, so I just went back and put little graphite. So now I was talking to you about little more inking up, right? So I can just put more graphite out here. Just see it. I'm going to put little more darkening up here. You see the difference when it happens, when I'm darkening up little more. That's what we say it. So if you're comfortable for it, do it. If not, don't. Right? So I'm just going to turn, and I'm going to just try putting little more graphite out here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep this corner one. I'm just going to draw. I'm just going to put a little graphite on the outer side. I'm just doing it on the outer side, just to give a little. And I'm just going to pull the graphite out here, and I'm just going to beat. That just gives you a little different look. That's it. We are done. We've been done. So this is something what I did in this is a small journal. So we have time today. It was a quick session. So do tell me, did you like it? I'm here to hear your comments. So people want to say something about the work what I created in the last in the session. Just remember, when you're doing the screws, do it in one direction and from up to down, and when you're doing it the other one, do it from don't start again. If you're starting from up to down, then do it from here, so it's easier. Thanks, Michael. Leave the comments on my IGTV. That will be there for my memory. So if you can just leave your comments on my IGTV, that would be great. I do have these sessions getting recorded and put on my YouTube. Hope I don't have a problem. I've been doing it. So if people don't have Instagram, just do share them my YouTube link so that they can watch it on my YouTube link. The same thing is there on my YouTube. So if you could see it. there were additions out here of extra henna drums and mochas, so you can just keep playing around. So I'm just going to show something. So this book is so cute. It's easy to carry. It's just a small. It's just that it is a rectangle, so it's a 3.5 inch. It's something just simple which I've tried. Maybe I might think about this as a pattern of mine, because I just played around. Sorry. So this we had done in one of our classes. Again, that it was, I think, in this year we did this, and this is single pattern. I played around with in different way the same pattern, how it could be, and a little of fun with shading. So if you see, it's the same pattern, and I have done it here, inked it here, left it blank. So here and there I have done that. Yeah, my puggy boy, he comes in to tell me my class is over. I don't know how he gets to know. So this is we had done in one of our sessions in the month of February. So I used it here and the same thing, but and here I did it the same thing again to demonstrate shading. The same pattern with different way of shading. And this is the same thing done in black and in with single color, but same as a single color pen, which I've used a black and I've used a pink, just that I was in the mind of. So I did like small notes out here for my own reference. This is again from the project pack and plate. And this is something where you can use it as a something, you can write it, or you want to put a photo and use it. So this is something like a frame. So it's just trying out different things, and I tried it with a red ink, which is a calligraphy ink, to see how the brightness it is. And this is again for one of our classes we did. So I think it's one of our, in February month only we did this. So this is just to show the single pattern, and then this, and this again telling you when you do the same pattern and know if there is no, how can it be a difference. So here I gave a kind of a margin, and then I drew it, so it kind of demarcates and gives you a nice, here it's like spreads. So just to show the different, these are some things when I do it, I keep it for my, I usually show it to my students when I'm doing their classes. Today we had time, so I'm just sharing it with you all. This is something, a challenge, something only playing with black and white. So this is like something called as a morphing, like going from one pattern to another pattern, just going in. It's just that if you see, this is one, there is some more tipples out here, then there's another pattern, and then there's another pattern, and then another pattern, and they're falling down. So this is like transformation of one pattern to another, how it can get. And yes, this is something which I really loved this, which I really tired, and I just needed something. So I just used this, and I referred Maria's work, but somewhere I gave my own touch of work of gems in black, and then I did it an orientation of a small corner to the right half of it kind. And this is done completely freehand. And then today's session, so I use these clips when I'm doing it so that it doesn't, so that becomes comfort, so that I don't do it when I'm drawing, I put it on the other end, so that, or where it doesn't have a disturbance. So this is the size of your tile, but a little bigger, so it's a 3.5 in your breadth, and the length, the height is around at 7.5 inch, so it's good. Nice one, small mini, which you can just carry it around. So this is a Stillman. It was expensive, but I loved it, so I just picked it up. Hi Kashish, long time. Right? Hope you guys all enjoyed. And something very important that I've not done it, which I have skipped it, is owning up, which we need to do it. Put your here and appreciate your work. That's what it is. We forget to appreciate ourselves in long run. So we need to. So that's what the show gets us to do it. Right? So see you next week for another session. Hope you all like it. Do spread it. Get your friends, family, anyone to join the session or follow it. Just follow. Some people say that we just follow it to just watch the work and admire, and that gives us happiness. I'm happy. As far as I'm able to spread happiness, I'm happy on that. So keep a watch on my feed, on my stories, any of my paid sessions. So I started this live session last year in April, first week of April, and as much completed the 12 months one. So thanks for people joining in and encouraging me and being there. Thank you. Hi. So see you all next. Do create and share. That's more important for me. So create it, what we created, and share it. I would love to see your creativity. See you all next week. Thank you. Ciao to the other side, and goodbye to everyone. See you till next weekend. Next week, Tuesday.